A thread by Soul War. More blue cities go up in flames as Democrats try to make you believe Wisconsin, Washington, and Oregon represent all 50 states. No, they don't. The justified shooting of Jacob Blake is being used by the same Marxist shitbags to escalate and spread more rioting and destruction. Elijah Schaffer and Andy Ngo are noting a lot of Antifa press had arrived in Kenosha by yesterday evening. By 10 p.m. Eastern Time, some very familiar tactics and chants started up as Kenosha sheriff's deputies came under assault and systemic arson and looting began. The city was unprepared. Just like Minneapolis, numerous businesses went up in flames within minutes, with many structures fully involved immediately. My impression is that in the month since late May, the usual suspects have given their techniques and tactics to domestic operatives. They got burned, pun intended, badly on May 29th. The mainstream media and Trump ignored this for political reasons. Chinese terrorists attacking the White House. Spoiler alert, America swallowed them after they fled the scene. From Jennifer Zhang, rioters outside White House. Man says in Mandarin Chinese, go, go, hurry up, leave quickly. You need to investigate what kind of role the Chinese Communist Party is playing in this when the United States and the world want to hold the Chinese Communist Party responsible for the CCP virus. Kind of sucks that when you use the shadows to attack America, America's shadows can reach out and grab you. Abracadabra. So now it appears that they've given the tools and training to domestic operatives in Antifa and BLM who are now hard at work in Wisconsin. Expect the mainstream media to triple down on their white racist America needs to kneel and apologize to our mob as Democrats continue to enable, empower, and shield those burning, destroying, and assaulting every regular American in sight. From Andy Ngo, rioter in Kenosha, knocks an elderly man to the ground while people are looting all around him. Are you depressed yet? Morale shot? It's all spinning out of control? America is over? Ungovernable? 5 states and a dozen American cities are being turned into hell zones to destroy your morale and ruin your confidence in President Trump. We have 45 more states, thousands of cities. I have said over and over, their plan is to destroy any sense of joy or peace you have. They are now coming right at many Americans to do just that. As social media becomes their dark force multiplier, Elijah Schaffer, I hate these people so freaking much. Video, link in the description. Black Lives Matter people just terrorizing seated Americans, demanding that they raise their fists in solidarity with Black Lives Matter. And a depressingly high number of them raise their fists in solidarity with Black Lives Matter. The Democrats are deliberately causing all of this. Chaos is their coin. Along with the Chinese Communist Party, Iran, and Russia, they always prefer instability and fear over stability and peace, so they can take advantage. This was my warning in August of 2019. How did I do? Link in the description to the video of Brent almost certainly predicting this. We don't have to charge the beaches of Normandy under machine gun fire. We don't have to wrestle lunatics on America's streets praying for mercy from a Marxist horde. We just have to abide and wait until a day when our political voice can drown out their cacophony of hate. Everything they're doing right now is not from a position of strength. Sane Americans are repulsed by what they're seeing. The insane Americans are less than 5%, with another 10% being ideologues supporting them. They're trying to force their way into power. That's stupid. Guns are starting to come out as these mobs move into residential areas. The Democrats think dead rioters will bolster their cause. They're dead wrong. As I've said repeatedly, Americans are okay with protests, but hate rioters. I can see what's coming, and the DNC can't. The vile mainstream media can purposely conflate protests with violent riots ad infinitum, and it won't change a thing. I hear Jacob Blake is paralyzed from the waist down. Good. This may slow down his penchant for committing violent felonies. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Zero sympathy. Democrats and their goon squads are about to get a hard lesson. America, as founded, is a meritocracy, and a meritocracy is a double-edged sword. Americans are tolerant and good-hearted, but only up to a point. The DNC thinks they can push unwoke Americans into a corner. Well, they can. We will let them push us as we try to reason with them and to try and get them to stop. They literally, even though they live here, have no idea who we are. They think once in a corner we will become woke and bend the knee out of fear. They hold us in contempt. Failed cops equal this. They took advantage of our sense of fair play, decency, and goodwill to get us here. Once backed into a corner, actual Americans don't kneel or surrender. We start making our tormentors pay a price. We start backing them up. The feds will eventually come to protect the rioters. They are leaving people no choice. They are coming to where they live, armed, angry, deranged, and violent. Last night in Pennsylvania, homeowners shot into BLM protesters' vehicles to drive them off. BLM and Antifa will escalate. Then Americans who'd had enough will shut them down. How many new Trump voters were created in Wisconsin last night? The Democrats are so deranged at this point, they believe their strategy to back Americans into a corner in the deep blue cities they control is working. It's about to blow up on them in ways they can't grasp. As we get to watch fireworks, the radical left will screech, and the mainstream media will bullhorn their shock and outrage as Americans do something their would-be Democrat masters never believed possible. Their deep blue DAs and cops will try to make examples of people defending themselves, like the McCloskeys and the two Atlanta PD officers who justifiably shot Rayshard Brooks. The mob's power is an illusion. These corrupt, woke DAs still have to go through the legal system and justify their charges. President Trump was sending a message last night too. Listen to them. This is a clear, specific warning the Democrats will sneer at. I assure you, by October, they won't be sneering. They'll be trying to bring every big gun they can to bear and try and stop Americans from defending their homes and families. Take a wild guess how that'll turn out. 88 plus days of rioting, and now another state goes up in flames? Well, you get what you vote for, don't you, Wisconsin? Americans are past fed up. When the shrieks and wails from the radical left begin in earnest, they're going to realize our milk of human kindness has dried up. For those who behave like civilized human beings. All goodwill expended. As the DOJ rounds them up effectively and efficiently, we will laugh and pop popcorn. You allowed your cities to descend into hell zones. We allowed you to back us into a corner as we tried to reach you. No more. Now we are going to reach you the old Irish way. You asked for it repeatedly, and now it's here. Enjoy, leftists. I know I will.